I wish I didn't have errands because this episode would be fun to do with like wine.
Oh yeah.
But it's like 4:15 on a Wednesday,
Yeah.
so I have stuff to do.
Yeah.
So we'll pretend this is. I wish I had a wine glass. I would put this in it, but I don't
It's
have one.
not
It's
the
downstairs.
same. It's still not wine.
I
It's still
know,
not
but
wine. We don't
I'm
want the
still
wine
ridiculous.
aesthetic. We want the actual wine.
I'm still ridiculous this
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
Welcome to Wednesday. Yeah.
Anyway, welcome to Wednesday. Well, it's not Wednesday. It's welcome to Monday because it's our Wednesday, but you're listening to
Oh,
this
yes,
hopefully on a
hopefully on a
Monday.
Monday.
Or whatever
Yeah.
day in the world of the internet where you were listening to us. Uh, that'll be fun for you to cut out.
I'm going to leave it in. Some of our listeners like to listen on our launch day, which is on Mondays. And, others, listen whenever. Hey, whatever floats your boat, just listen. And also continue to tell a friend,
just,
okay?
just listen.
That's
Just
what's
listen. Leave
important.
a
Listen,
review.
tell a friend.
Join the Patreon.
Yes.
The patron.
Yes.
Patreon.
Yes. Join the Patreon. Join our
See,
Discord.
I'm trying to act drunk.
It's almost there. It's almost there.
I'll try harder. Anyway, so we're having some fun today. This is a fun episode. It's a repeat of an episode we've already done. It's a little game we like to play called Burn, Rewrite, Reread. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
We'll go over the rules. But first, what are you reading or what have you finished?
All right. So I'm just in the beginning of this book, and it's Brother and Sister Enter the Forest by Richard Mirabella. Thank you very much, Catapult, for sending me this advanced finished copy. And it is about a brother and sister who have been estranged for some time. And then they come back into each other's lives, and I don't know what happens. But so I'm in the part where the sister is kind of going on with her life, and she gets a phone call from the brother with some weird reason why he needs to come see her, to visit her, to stay with her. And she doesn't respond to him, but he just shows up at her house. Meanwhile, she's at her house entertaining company. I get, Melford, I don't know if they're like together or just like, spending time. But he just shows up. The brother just shows up, and, he's a slightly frantic with his attitude. And she's like, well, what's up? Yes, you reached out to me, but I didn't respond. Certainly didn't tell you to just like swing by, but okay, here you are. So what's the deal? And when I tell you the brother's got an attitude, he's like, well, who's this person? Who's this? And, she's like, well, this is my friend. And he's like saying to him or saying to her, like, well, I need to talk to you. And I don't want these people around. Now, mind you, you just showed up at her home, uninvited, unannounced, and here you are making demands in her home. So I'm already annoyed with this brother. I don't know what's going on with him, but he has a tude. He is being very disrespectful, and like the manipulation that is like coming out of his mouth. I'm like, oh, we're in for something. We're in for some kind of treat here. So I'm in the very beginning of with the first 20 pages, but I can already tell what's going to be something.
That's 20
Yes.
pages worth of
Yeah,
drama
already.
Oh, it's gonna
It's
be
going to be
fun
good.
then.
It's going to be good. So that is Brother and Sister Enter the Forest by Richard Mirabella. Thanks again, Catapult, for this advanced copy. I'm really looking forward to diving into this even more.
Okay, so I don't have anything interesting because I don't have as many books as you think going right now, but what I have going is rather big. So I'm trying to knock some stuff off so that I can start there's some stuff I really want to start. So I need to clear the decks a little bit of these big books. And one of those big books is continuing with Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
So I am in The Two
Oh, heck,
Towers.
you're like
This
halfway
is somewhere
through.
in the of the big, like, bind up?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like, maybe 40%.
Yeah. Good job on
It's,
that.
like, over 1,000. I'm at, like, 470
Not
something. So,
bad.
yeah, it's, like, we're coming up on the halfway point. So, I'm, like, 4 or 5 chapters into The Two Towers. I'd like to get much further
Mm-hmm.
along. I so far am liking book 2 a little bit better. There seems to be slightly fewer
Mm-hmm.
songs in The Two Towers. There's still songs, but not as it doesn't feel as densely
Right.
packed. But I guess the Ents really like to sing too, so there's a lot of singing in this,
Ah.
and I really do think that someone needs to make Lord of the Rings the musical. Like, I think that it would
Has that
be
not happened?
like, why is there not like a rock opera of Lord of the
I
Rings?
bet you someone's probably already making it. They're making everything into a musical of sorts.
Like, there's enough songs already in
Yeah.
it that don't get picked up in other areas. Like, just make it yeah, do it.
That'd be very interesting.
Yeah. So I don't have a lot to say about this. It's the Lord of the
Well,
Rings.
I want to know.
So people go on a
Yeah.
journey to get rid of this ring that's evil.
I want to know what you think about
Fun
it.
is had along
Are
the
you
way.
enjoying it? Are you loving it or
Um,
liking it just a little bit or bordering? If I hadn't already committed to this, I would just stop reading it. Where are you with it?
I like it.
Okay.
I don't think that I love it. I think that if this had come along early or in my like fantasy reading
Mhm.
journey, I might have had a different
Mm.
feeling about it. But given where I am now, it's more like reading the source material for something. So
Yes.
like it's fun having it like I'm also reading this cozy fantasy that I'm wrapping up today because that I don't particularly like, but I'm finally wrapping it up so I can talk about it. And there's a guy that is reading
Mhm.
this in a pub,
Mm.
basically, and but it's not
Yeah.
named, but like it is named, it is referred
Mhm.
to. So it's nice to be able to really pick up on certain
Yeah.
things. It's interesting to see where like different people have pulled storylines and plots and stuff from Lord of the
Right.
Rings. Um, Even down to like watching the movies and seeing how similar um, the things that ride on the big black horses, whatever they're called, how much they look like the Black Rider people look like
Mhm.
Dementors from Harry Potter, and
Interesting.
like how even
Yeah.
cinematically it looks like there are things that get borrowed because the movies themselves were so popular and are part of like the whole like canon of Lord of the Rings too. You know, you have the text and all the original stuff, but then the movies they did such a good job with that they have their own sort of weight, I
Yeah.
guess. So it's interesting to see how things have even been pulled from there. So it's a fun. I'm enjoying
Yeah.
it. I'm not. I don't think that I'm going to be like somebody who becomes obsessed with Tolkien.
Yeah. Well, I've never read the books and I've never watched any of the movies. So, I'm clueless to
The movies
both.
are good. You should watch the
Maybe
movies.
one day. I've never had an interest in watching them, but maybe one day when I'm bored, I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll give it a try now.
Just watch it for Strider. I mean, ugh,
Oh, is that an actress? Actor? I don't know who that is.
you don't know.
I don't
Naomi,
know. Who
I'm
was
gonna pull up a
Strider? Is
picture.
that a person's name? Is that an actor's name?
It's Vigo Mortensen.
Oh. Oh, okay. My bad.
Naomi.
She's looking at me like she doesn't know what to do with me right now.
I don't know what to do with
It's
you. I rarely know
fine.
what to do
I
with you
know.
when you come up with things.
It's fine.
I mean, he like Naomi. I don't even know how to explain to you how disappointed I am in you right now. Like this man.
She's
I
showing
mean,
she for those of you listening, she is pulling something up on the magical screen.
I
Um
am pulling up a man for you to look at on the
this
magical
man does
screen.
nothing for me. I know who this
Well, he
man
does many
is.
things. He does things
I
for
know
me,
who
okay?
Yeah, I know who this man is as an actor, but he doesn't do it for me as a lady. him.
Well, then we don't have to fight over him.
Exactly.
Is
You
all
can
that that
have him.
means.
You can have him.
Thank you.
See?
Thank
I don't know, but you better check with Dree because sometimes you all fight over the same guy. I don't know. Did you check with Dree?
you. I'll take her. It's fine.
Oh, that's so
I think we
funny.
really just fight over Henry Cavill.
Yes, you all do. I'm not even going to get in that fight. I just keep my comments to myself.
That's my boo thing.
I know it is.
So he just doesn't know.
I just back up. I
He
just
just
back up.
he just doesn't know he's my boo thing yet. It's gonna
That's generally
happen.
how it works. That's
Yeah.
generally how it works. All right.
Somehow. Somehow I'll make this work.
Somehow. I have faith in
Hmm.
you. I have faith in you.
Yeah. Jesus who? Like
Let's play a game.
All right, so we are playing another round for season 2 of Burn, Rewrite, Reread, where we go through our Bookly app, which I know I get comments about this all the time too when I talk about it. Just an app. It's how we track our like daily reading,
Mm-hmm.
times it, etc., etc. And it's a really easy way to flick
Yeah.
through everything we have read, and we're gonna flick through, get 3 books, and have to decide which one we have to burn, which one we have to rewrite, and which one we would like to reread. And it's kind of like the F Mary Kill
Mm-hmm.
of bookish stuff. So,
Do you want to?
do you want me to go first?
Well, wait. I want to share with you my bookly fun fact. Do you want to know
Oh,
my the
okay.
very first book that I read using bookly? And this was back
Mhm.
in September of 2019. It
Mhm.
is one of your favorites, The Silent Patient. That was the first
Ooh.
book that I read using the bookly app.
Look at that.
Which ironically, that is the book that led you to starting a bookstagram, correct?
It is the book that led me to starting a bookstagram. The lore of nerdy nurse
Yeah,
reads.
yeah. So the silent patient has some meaning for the both of us. Right now, ready.
Now, the maidens was trash, but that's
Yeah,
okay.
that's another story for another day. All right, shall I
Yeah.
begin scrolling? Oh, did you say I'm going first or you're
Scroll and
going
get your.
first? Who's going first?
You can go
All right.
first. Whoever wants to go, you go first. You scroll and
Oh,
get your 3. Tell me what your 3
okay.
are.
Well, I have to scroll again because this is actually my rec for the end of the show.
That would be hilarious. You're like, burn it. And then at the end of the show, you're like,
Read
you
it.
guys should read this.
All right, so I'm gonna scroll again. Okay, that was funny. Oh, okay. Um, this one is Time's Undoing. It is
Okay,
by
get your other 2.
oh, I'm sorry. Okay, got it. All right, Time's Undoing.
Okay, you can say who it's by. It's
Okay,
fine. You should
Time's
say who it's
Undoing by
by.
Cheryl A. Head. Okay.
Hmm.
When Trying to Return Home by Jennifer Maritza Macaulay.
I don't remember you reading any of these. Keep
You
going.
will when I talk about them, especially the one that I just mentioned.
Okay.
And excuse me, The House in the Pines by Anna Reyes.
Okay,
Okay. All
go.
right.
Who do you burn? Who do you rewrite? And if you want to say how you would rewrite it or why,
Okay.
you can. And what would you reread?
This is hard. All right. So, hmm, with The House in the Pines, shoot, this is really hard actually. Be-
I know, this is why this is a fun game.
because I can only choose I can't have two birds. It has to be one for each.
No, you get
Right.
1.
So,
This is why it's
because
fun.
of that, I'm going to have to burn it. Ow, that hurt a little bit. Ah, I'm going to have to burn it.
What's it about?
The House in the Pines is about this girl who there's like a stalker involved. So something happened to her when she was younger. She grows up, she moves away, and this stalker like comes back into her life and tries to murder her. And it's not that I thought it was like the best what do they categorize this as, a thriller? It's not the best thriller, but it was highly entertaining. And when I read it, I was really in it. You know what I mean? I don't think it did anything, groundbreaking, or different, but it was a good read, in the moment, and I enjoyed it. But based on the other two of my finds, I have to burn it. Ugh. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. What are you rewriting?
All right. So I'm gonna rewrite Time's Undoing. Now, it's gonna sound like I hate this book, but I don't. I really enjoyed reading Time's Undoing. All right. So you have this journalist, and we're in current times with all of the Black Lives Matter riots and walks and protests and things like that, and she's trying to work on a story that includes that, but also her grandfather from back in the day. I forget the timeline now, but her grandfather was murdered, but it's all mysterious around who did it and why it happened. So it's never really been found out all the details about his murder. And so what she wants to do is she wants to tie in the case surrounding the death of her grandfather with the current events of Black Lives Matter and police violence and all that stuff. It was a good story, but there were many, many, many times where I was reading it and I was like, well, that was written in a very cliche way, but I'm gonna let it ride because I'm enjoying the story so much,
Mm.
right? And so, or I'd be reading it and I would be like, I just, I just don't. I wouldn't have chosen to use those words. It feels a little too elementary, especially considering this very big topic that we're reading about. So, like, I feel like I would rewrite it so that I can elevate the writing. The
All
story's
right.
fantastic, but I would elevate the writing. Okay?
Somehow.
Somehow.
Got
All
it.
right.
Good. With you.
All right. What was my other one? When trying to return home is a definite reread. This is a collection of short stories, and I just they were fantastic. They weren't really interconnected in any way, but shoot, they were like jaw dropping. Especially, like, I still can't get that first one out of my mind. The first story involved the mother and a daughter. Something happened in their family where the state came and took away the son, the little boy, and they allowed this. Remember I was talking about this white female nurse to be his foster mother, and so some of the.
It didn't leave a mark on me.
But you need to listen to it. This whole collection. It's in Libro,
Okay. Jeez.
and so this lady's church members and friends were basically like saying to her, what's been done to you is very unfair, very unjust. You need to get your son back, right? And then there are other friends of hers that have been like spying on this nurse and like giving the mother like little updates, like, oh, well, we saw her like, pinch him, or we saw her do this to him. So then the mom has this grand plan. And mind you, the son like is on dialysis or whatever. So the
Mhm.
mom has this grand plan to, along with her daughter who's like in college, to kidnap the son. Okay. And so this grand plan, I don't need to tell you, goes horribly wrong, but like the thoughts that this daughter was having of like, of course, I love my mother. I love my brother. I too want him back. But at the same time, it feels like my mother doesn't really love me, or else how could she put me in this position? Like, I have my own life. I'm in college. What happens if we get caught? What's going to happen to me? So it was very good. That first story was so good. And the stories got even better as I went through. So I would definitely reread it. And that's when Trying to Return
Okay.
Home.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's see what I got.
Doodle bang
Do.
bang.
Hold on. I want like a good scroll. Fountains of Silence by Rhoda
Sepetys.
Sepetys.
Okay. Is it Sepetys or Sepetys? I never knew
I
exactly
have
how
no
to say her last
idea. I'm
name.
gonna butcher everyone's name. Ooh, Black Paradox by Junji Ito. Oh, okay.
Oh.
That's gonna be hard. We're like mixing. Oh. Do DNFs count?
Ooh, do they? Should they? No.
No. Ooh, women eating. Okay,
Oh.
so we had
Hello.
Woman Eating by Claire Coda, Black Paradox by Junji Ito, and I already forgot the first one.
So did I.
I don't remember.
What was it? Oh my gosh, what is wrong
Oh
with
my
us?
god! I was like, I'm gonna write these down because I'm not gonna remember. And then I was like, no, I don't remember.
Did you
I
say
don't
woman
remember. I
eating
don't remember
already?
what. Yeah, it was Woman Eating, Black Paradox, and I don't recall. I do not recall. I do not
Scroll
recall.
back.
Shoot, and well, I scrolled real far, so
We are not winning at our own game.
I know I'm failing at life right now. Oh, okay. I must be close. I feel like I'm close. I feel like I'm close. I feel like I'm close. Did I read it this year? Who is it?
Oh
Who
my
are you?
gosh. That's funny.
Oh, Fountains of
Oh,
Silence.
yes,
Okay,
yes,
yeah,
Ruda.
okay.
Got it. All right.
So Fountains of Silence, Black Paradox, and Women Eating.
Mm.
Uh, that's not fair.
I mean, I've only read one,
Okay,
so I can't say anything about the other two.
so I think, and this feels like hard to say, but I think I'm gonna burn the Junji Ito only because it's not my favorite of all of my Junji
Okay,
Itos.
fair.
So to get something off the board, I'm gonna burn my Junji
Got
Ito
it.
and then rewrite and reread. I think I would. I think I would rewrite Women Eating.
Mm.
I think I would. I don't know what to it, but I would rewrite it somehow. Um, maybe like dig in a little more into certain
Mm-hmm.
areas, get a little bit more on the dad, just really flesh that out a bit more and build in the world and all of that. And then obviously reread Fountains of Silence because I just
Really
think it's there's nothing to change with it. I think it's a very well done historical fiction
interesting.
about Spanish Civil
Mm-hmm.
War. I really enjoyed it. I learned a lot of things I didn't know about specifically with the Spanish Civil War. And yeah, there's nothing I would
Huh.
really change. Like I just kind of I think it is the way it is. Like I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I,
those are
I
my three.
I don't think I expected that, but here we
I don't
are.
think any of us expected that. But
But
here
here
we
we
are.
are.
And I might write them down this time. Next time.
Yeah.
I
All
need
right.
to.
We ready for round
Let's
two?
go. Don't forget yours. Don't forget yours.
Do I have a pen? No. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna rely on my brain, which is I don't know, unreliable. All right. We're gonna. This is getting weird. Hello. Can we? Now my phone wants to act weird. Okay. Here we go. Oh, okay. So Friday Black by Nana Kwame Ajai. I feel like this is so wrong, but let's just say Nana Kwame because I feel like that's right. All right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The Nursery by Sylvia. Oh no, I can't add this because I'm still reading it. This is in progress.
Nope.
So nope.
Needs to be finished and not DNF'd.
Um, I just talked about this yesterday, so I'm. This is identity,
Okay.
but I just
It counts.
it still counts. Okay.
Yep.
All
Identity.
right.
Yep.
So what did I say? Friday Black and
It's not a.
Identity. Okay, and
Mm-hmm.
let's go the other way. Hit on the nursery again. And Bell Green by Alexandria Lapierre. Shoot.
Yeah, it's not about giving people new book recs. It's about the fun of this.
Bell
All right.
Green,
Which one's going?
Friday Black, um, and I just forgot my other one.
Identity.
Identity.
I wrote them down. I wrote them down for
Friday
us.
Black. I'm gonna have to burn Friday Black. God dang it.
Ooh.
Friday Black is a collection of stories. He is extremely imaginative and creative,
Mm-hmm.
but I gotta burn it. I
The fun of this game is how hard it is to pick
yeah,
things.
yeah, that hurt me to say that.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I don't think you'll read anything like Friday Black anywhere else.
I mean, you're not actually burning it, so it's okay.
I felt a little tinge of fire. on my elbow. So, all right. So, Burning Friday Black. I think that I'm going to rewrite Bell Green.
How?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Oh, not maybe I would. I don't know. I don't know how I would rewrite that one. I actually maybe I would add just a teensy bit more about what the father had going on that whole time they were trying to avoid him and trying
Oh
to
yeah.
not be exposed by others who may know their dad, and then tell the dad, hey, I've run into your children and this is where they are and this is what
Yeah.
they're up to. So maybe I would kind of dig in more to as to what he was doing around the same time where that whole family was trying to avoid him. So that's a rewrite. And I would most definitely reread Identity, because that was a wild satirical ride.
Trip.
Yeah.
Yes. It sounded like
Yeah.
it. If you missed our live talking about the International Booker, you will go back and watch it.
Yeah.
Just in the beginning.
Yeah.
Naomi waxes on and loves that book so
So
much. It does
much.
sound like
It
crazy.
was so nuts.
All right. Got my pen
Okay.
ready. I'm ready to scroll. All right. The Great Influenza by John
Oh,
Barry,
hello.
which, by the way, I read as the personal pan pizza
Yeah.
was kicking off.
Yeah.
That was fun. That really added to my mental health
Oh,
journey
yeah.
there. Um, Two, an unmarked grave.
What
What is
is going
happening? An
on?
an unmarked grave by Charles
What
Todd.
is happening? Oh, that's the mystery guy, right? I've got one of his books. Your mom reads a
Hmm.
lot of his books,
I
right?
think it's a mom and yeah, I think it's a mom and a son duo.
Oh, that is so cool.
Oh, I have an interesting addition to
Oh.
this. I have Unapologetically Dacia, which is our friend Gabby's book that she wrote that
Oh.
we read that is not the book that she's having published.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So I am going to. Um, this is actually kind of easy. I am going to. I said that like
You
this is
said it
easy, and
was
now I'm
easy, but
staring
I
at
don't
them like,
know.
wait, they're not. Um, I kind of want to like burn an unmarked grave because I just didn't really care about it.
Okay.
I don't have anything to summarize for you because I don't
Okay.
remember. It's a mystery. It's like World War I.
Right.
There's a nurse. I don't know. Uh, I would rewrite The Great Influenza
Mm.
to include addendums from
Oh,
now.
okay.
And then Unapologetically Dacia, I would reread and hope that she actually gets published because I really did enjoy it. It was
Wow.
a little romance she wrote that is like a spin on Pride and Prejudice. So
But that's
it is
not the book
right
that
up
she's
my
getting published.
alley.
It's something else.
No, something else is getting
Okay.
published. I can't remember when now, when it's getting
That's
published.
awesome.
But when we know, we will be pimping
Yes, we
that out.
will. Yes, we will. Are we going for round three
So,
or?
yeah, we're going to go for like, you want to do two more
Yeah, let's
rounds?
go. All right.
Okay.
Oh, this was a DNF. That was Conquistadora. Oh,
Oh,
um,
wait, you didn't like that one?
it's not that I didn't like it. It was just moving very slowly, and I was like, I'm gonna read this later when I feel like I want to put in the time to read it.
I think I have that one. We might have to read it
You
together.
do, you
Anyway,
do.
what do you got?
I was reading other things that were more interesting to me at the time, so I was like, I'm just gonna put you away for now. All right, so I've got Tomorrow
It
and Tomorrow and
happens.
Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. I was gonna say
Oh, you've
Zebin,
read
but
it.
it's Zevin.
I always think it's a man, so it's cool.
Oh,
It's cool.
okay. Oh, come on. Wanderers by Chuck Wendig.
Oh, this is going to be a good round.
Ooh, The Changeling by Victor Lavale. I heard someone say Lavale. All right.
I
Tomorrow.
mean, I would wait to see what he says, but I've never heard anybody with a name spelled in that fashion
I have
pronounce the
I
last
would have said
the
Laval, but
e.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
I would need to hear him say it
Yeah,
for me to believe
yeah.
Lavale.
And that's the first person I ever heard say
I,
it like
I
that.
I welcome to be wrong, but it sounds very
I'm
wrong to
welcome
be
to be
Lavale.
corrected. I don't really know.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
like being wrong, but in that sense, I don't care. Tell me I'm wrong. I'll try to fix
All
it.
right. Right off the bat,
Anyway, what are you picking?
I can already tell you Wanderers is a reread because I've reread it before and I kind of want to read it again. So boom, Wanderers reread. The Changeling is going to be this is hard. Um so this is terrible. Okay, the Changeling, I guess I have to burn it. Shoot.
¿Por qué?
I have to burn it. Oh man. Because
Why?
tomorrow was too good to burn. It was too good to
I haven't
burn.
read it. I haven't read any of these three, so I have no pony in this
Like
race.
as much as I enjoyed it though, I don't feel like I need or want to reread it. You understand? But it was too good to
But what would
burn.
you change?
So I think that I would give more backstory because this is about two best friends, a girl and a guy.
Mhm.
And the girl in the story, she had some issues that she relates to older men. So I think I would just give more deeper background into her life, to just to flesh that out a little bit. And that's really all that I could think of because that book really doesn't have any flaws. It was a great read.
Interesting. Interesting.
Or
Sounds like it would be a reread if there was no Wanderers on this list.
no, it still wouldn't be a reread. It still would. It was just a good damn book, and I enjoyed it in the moment. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But I
Mhm.
don't feel like I never think about it like, oh, I should read it again. But it was damn
Okay.
good. You know? Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Now,
All right.
in all honesty, I wish I could rewrite the Changeling, but I can't. That's the hard part. So I have to burn it. So that's it.
Okay. All
Yeah, that
right.
was a
All right. All
complicated
right.
one.
I'm gonna. That was a complicated one. I'm gonna try to. I feel like we've gone a little too far back in time, so we're gonna go forward a little. Oh, City of Girls, Elizabeth Gilbert.
Oh,
That's a book I don't like.
same Z's.
Can I like already pre-burn it? Let's see what it is. Let's give it a second. Beautiful Creatures.
Oh, that's a throwback.
Can I burn? Can I like burn the whole pile?
Well,
Okay. No, that's I don't. That's a strong fangirl.
oh well, we already know.
All right, so this is easy. This is an easy round. We're gonna burn City of Girls.
I'm with it.
This is books. I
Burn
don't
it,
like it.
burn it.
I just don't like it.
I had high hopes for
I
that book.
feel
I thought it was
like
going to be entertaining and stuff like that. I was so excited to read it, and I was like,
it
"What
was
the hell is this?" Yeah,
boring. And everybody who told me they loved it, why?
yeah.
Boring. Anyway, Beautiful Creatures. I guess I'd rewrite it and maybe just like make it more modern
Is that a
because it's a
series?
little set in time. It is. I've only ever read the first one,
That's the one that became a
and I think
movie,
I've probably
right?
seen the movie.
Okay, I
Hmm.
saw the movie
Like vampires in like it's like Louisiana or something,
and sirens and stuff like that.
Mississippi or
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah, there's
yeah.
romance things. And then I would 100% reread Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. Now I know that
Obviously,
Rainbow Rowell is not the most like I know that there are issues with Rainbow
I
Rowell.
don't know anything
I
about
got
her.
that. I get it. Apparently they've done something. But here's the thing. I love Fangirl.
Yeah.
I don't like the spin-off series that she did. Don't like it.
Mm.
The fanfic that she's writing in Fangirl, I don't like it.
Yeah, I know
But Fangirl,
nothing.
I love it.
Yeah.
And I own multiple copies of it.
Yes, you
I
do.
have the manga. I love it.
Yes, you do.
It touched my little soul.
Yeah, you do. And I don't know anything
So
about
I
the
will
whole fangirl world.
reread it. I will reread it. I reread it right now while you're talking. I'll start. What do you want?
All right. Let me go back in time a bit.
This is the final round. It's the
Final
final
countdown.
countdown.
Damn, it's taking me a long time to get out of the current year.
I'm trying to not get copyright strikes, so I'm
I
making up a song
DNF
now.
that. Oh, do I even remember this book? It's Marlena
It
by
goes
Julie
on
Bunton.
Marlena.
Marlena by Julie Bunton.
Okay.
Ooh. The Library of Legends by Janie Chang. And
Okay. It's also fun to see the shit that we've read before. Like, why did I read
I
that?
know, right? And this is The Companion by Katie Allender. All right, so The Companion, the library one, and what else did I say?
And
And Marlena.
Marlena. Marlena.
Marlena, I'm gonna burn it. I barely remember that
Do you even
book.
remember it?
I
Yeah.
barely remember it. So I'm burning Marlena. Uh, what's the library one I said? The library.
The Library of
The Library of
Legends, which I feel like
Legends.
you
I
didn't
did not
like.
like it. It had so much potential. I would rewrite it.
Hmm.
There were parts that were good, and I thought we were going somewhere, but I just lost interest. I was like, oh, this is not going where I thought it was going. I'm a little bored, so I would definitely do a hard rewrite on that. I think I would make things make more sense. I would add, I don't know, some oomph to it, so that there's more interest from the reader. So I would rewrite that one, and sure, I'll reread the companion.
Sometimes I just think about the
Yeah, that was
companion.
pretty good.
Like it just randomly pops into my head. I really did
Yeah,
enjoy that. That was
yeah.
fun. That was a good time. That was a nice little gothic horror. I enjoyed that.
Remember that was the time where I read like 4 books on my Kindle, remember?
It was Arc of August.
Yeah, I read that and 2 or 3 others on my Kindle.
The Mall.
Oh man. Oh, outstanding. Outstanding. Talk about
I feel like we're
nostalgia.
gonna need another Arc of August.
Yeah. I need an arc of every goddamn month, if I'm being honest.
I need an Arc of August.
So you just let me know and I will boom get that going again.
Hmm.
So all right.
Hmm. All right. All right. All right. All right. We're gonna go forward in times a
Now
little
you
bit.
make me think about the mall.
Under the earth and over the sky.
Why does that sound familiar?
Because I've already gushed about this. This is gonna be a hard round.
Ooh,
Sorry, I have
yikes.
to write it down because I don't even get this title right when
When
I
you
like try to
yeah.
remember. All right, and next, the Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo.
Yo. All righty.
All right, this is getting spicy, guys. Oh, Things in Jars by Jess Kidd.
That's a book I had on my shelves for a long time, and I recently unhauled it. Like I don't know, last summer.
All right, so I would reread Under the Earth and Over the Sky
Okay.
because that book is
Is that the
perfection
new
and
indie
so
one
good.
that you? Yes. Okay. Mhm.
Yes,
Mhm.
ma'am. It sure
Yeah.
is. And it's so good. There's a review on my channel. Please go
Yeah.
read it. It's
Yeah.
fantastic. I would, I guess, burn things in jars because I just didn't like it. Though I also kind of want to rewrite it to make it have more oomph and
Mm.
like make it so that I connect to it more, but I don't know. But I also like don't feel like I should burn Evelyn Hugo.
Oh.
But I'll burn things in jars.
Okay.
And then Evelyn Hugo, I don't know. I feel like to rewrite it, I think some of the criticism of Evelyn Hugo is, um, I don't know. I don't know how I'd rewrite it. I just know that I don't want to rewrite
What
it.
is
I've
the
already shipped it
criticism?
off to it.
I'm curious to know.
There's some criticism around like, I think it's mostly around Taylor Jenkins Reid, honestly, and how she uses non-white characters. Like she writes and speaks for like non-white characters, and people get upset about that. and that she was kind of like an archetype of,
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
I don't know. I honestly don't remember that much about Evelyn Hugo. I just remember enjoying it and being like, well, that was fun. And then I sent it to a friend during COVID because I was like, oh, you need something to read? Here's a box of random
Yeah.
books. Um, so I don't know. What would I rewrite? Maybe make Evelyn meaner? I don't know. So the spice becomes spicier?
I'm debating on whether I should say something or not because what I mean, I read this like in 2019. It's like it was actually the second fiction book that I read after not reading fiction for like over a decade. But like
Mhm.
what I want to say, like, is it a spoiler? I don't know, but nobody ever mentions it. Okay,
Which
if you've
part?
never, if you've never read Evelyn Hugo, come back, just come back and pause. No, fast forward 10 seconds. All right. So the funniest thing to me about Evelyn Hugo is the fact that there aren't really seven fucking husbands. That's the funniest part about it. Okay, that's it. All right, continue.
I honestly don't remember enough about it, and I think anything that I might want to rewrite is around things that are
Hmm.
spoilers. So I don't even know how to like. I don't even know. I just know that I don't. I screw it. We're gonna burn it.
Oh,
No, I'm
you're
changing my
like,
answer.
wait a minute.
Burn it. Burn
Okay,
it.
so
I
we're
can't even think of how to
burning it.
rewrite it.
You're gonna,
Burning Evelyn
all right.
Hugo. I will rewrite things in jars
Okay.
because I feel like it was a little too weird and not in a way that you can connect with the story. Like it felt like it was the characters were weird for weird sake, and I
Oh,
wanted them to be like more uh, realistically weird, if that
yes.
makes
Yes, it
sense.
does. Uh huh. Uh
Uh,
huh.
and so they fit into this little mystery a little better.
Yeah. Now, is that the only book
So
by Just Kid that you've read?
no, I also well yes, but I also have that other one, the Night Ship.
Okay.
That's just kid.
Yeah, I know. I read that one. I thought it was okay. I thought I was going to love it, but it was just okay. But again, like
So
I had the other
I'm
book, Things in Jars, for a long time, and I was like, I'm never gonna read this. Bye, unhaul.
I'm willing to give Just Kid another
I am
chance,
too.
um, because I think that there is a great idea behind at least Things in
Mm-hmm.
Jars, and the Night Ship sounds like a great concept and
Mm-hmm.
idea. And my question is just around how successfully can or believably can she execute it?
Right.
It's not even successfully. It's like,
She's got something
do I
else
believe it? Because I
out.
know that there are people that really like. I know there were people that really liked Things in Jars. It just didn't connect with me. So here we
Yeah.
go. We're burning Evelyn Hugo. For everybody who dislikes Taylor Jenkins Reid, you've heard it here. We are burning Evelyn Hugo.
Yeah. I think that if we can thrift it, we should try to read Just Kid's book called Himself.
Sure,
So, but like, she's not,
sure.
I'm not seeking her out. If I happen to see her, while thrifting, I'll
Truthfully,
grab one.
truthfully, I got the Night Ship because it was the 50% off hardback sale
Hmm.
and it's a beautiful edition.
Yeah.
Let's be real. It was pretty.
Yeah. I was going to send you that arc, but I took so long to mail your books. I only had them in my car in a box for like 3 months. So,
It's
yeah.
okay.
So, yeah. All
We'll get
right.
there.
Well, that was what, three
See,
rounds?
it's
That was 3 rounds.
fun.
That was hard.
That's four
4
rounds,
rounds.
I
I feel
think.
bad about
And it's
burning Friday
fun.
Black. I don't know. I'm in my feelings about it. It's fine. I'll get over it.
See, I like this game. I know you don't like doing the games on the air, but I like
I
this game because it gets us to talk about books that we otherwise usually probably won't, and
Yes,
it makes us have to make hard decisions.
I like this game for video.
Well,
For video.
then people should go watch the video over on our YouTube channel, TBR Lowdown.
TBR
That's our
Lowdown
handle.
everywhere. All right, recommendation time. You want to go first?
All right, I got a recommendation. Yeah, I
I don't know
do.
this look you're giving me. Oh, let me tell you something.
I was wondering if you were gonna
I
pick
was
this
going
too.
to, but I
For everybody
didn't.
who is listening, it is The Fingersmith by Sarah Waters, or just
Fingersmith,
Fingersmith by
yes.
Sarah Waters. I like to put articles in front of things where they don't belong.
Does yours have a nice
So
flop?
I
It's nice. Yes.
So I have only read one other Sarah Waters. What was that one? Like My Little Friend or something like
Little
that?
Stranger,
Nope, that's
The Little
Little
Stranger.
Stranger. Little Friend is Donna
Mhm.
Tartt. Um, and I really enjoyed it because she reads very Daphne du Maurier to me. There's like a similarity in, I guess, the atmosphere that I feel like I'm sitting in while I'm reading the book.
Agreed.
Um, and I definitely felt that way for the first one. What was it? Little Stranger.
Mhm.
Definitely felt that way. That the house in that was such a character in that
Mhm.
story. It gave me Rebecca vibes in that sense. None of the rest of the story is very
Yeah.
Rebecca y, but like getting me sort of back into a place where I'm comfortable and familiar and I like it
Mhm.
is always going to be a good place when I'm starting a book. It's like you can hopefully only go up from here. You really have to work hard to screw it up
Yeah.
because I'm already comfortable and loving it. This was so much
So
fun.
much.
Definitely gave me like more of a Jamaica Inn kind of vibe with all these like criminal
Mm.
elements and mystery and people being locked up and like the lies and the just it's
All the twists of the
what is
plots
really
going
going
on.
on. It's so good and there's so many twists. So basically, you have this young woman who is raised in the countryside by her uncle, and he is a pervert,
Mhm.
and and she has this very isolated life, but she's also the heiress to this massive fortune. And then you have the this band of criminals essentially who uh hatch this plan to get one of them married to her, and they use this young woman, the fingersmith, to go and be her maid and infiltrate and help this whole plan along, and then they'll split the money and have, gay old times, right? And nothing goes to that plan.
Absolutely nothing.
There are twists and turns. There's just beautiful lesbian love going on through here. It's dark, it's twisted, it's perverted, and not the lesbianism, other
Yeah.
things, but like it's perverted at times in a way that just makes your skin crawl,
Mhm.
but like purposefully, like you makes you hate that uncle so much,
Yeah.
and like these old men that's just
Yeah. Eh.
it's so
It's very
it's
ick.
so well done. The writing is so good, and I love like the little bits of like how women get treated in like the asylums and things, and how like easy it is to just get your wife committed to an asylum. So you're
Right.
like, oh, she sneezed too many times today. She's going to the asylum. And you're like,
And they're like, "All right, whatever you
and
say."
now I have all her money. So it's it's a good time. It is long if you don't like a long book, but it is long and well worth it and totally atmospheric and sexy
Mhm.
and oh, it's so good. It's so good.
Sarah Waters is an amazing storyteller. This is book 3 for
Mhm.
me. I read Tipping the Velvet first, and then The Little Stranger, and now Fingersmith. And I have 2 more that I own, Night Watch and The Paying Guests. You have The Paying Guests as well, right? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So I will say I feel like she writes queer love in such a wonderful way. She's got all of that stuff in there, and I don't know, she just really knows how to draw you in. I enjoy how she puts words together. I enjoy these stories that she creates for us. She's a fave.
I really I like the world. I like the world that she puts you in, even if um it's really plot driven and
Mhm.
with like good character development. Like the world she creates that you get plopped down in, like you are in that world,
Yeah.
and it's I really enjoy feeling a part of like I don't I read and I'm a person that like sees and feels and all those things, and so if you can make me like feel like I could reach out and touch the
Mhm.
world, you're doing a really good job.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I really loved it.
I think there's one more book of hers that I do not own. It's called Affinity, and I never see it. So I may have to end up getting that from Abe. But she's just a fantastic writer. If you've never read anything by Sarah Waters, I just highly, highly recommend it.
Apparently, she's Welsh.
Yes. You said that. Is it on the back of yours?
Oh, I don't
Okay.
know.
All right. My recommendation is The Swimmers by Julie Atsuka. And let me tell you something.
Mm.
Julie, I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
I think I have the
Yeah, I'm
swimmers.
a fan. Um, the first book of the year that I read was The Buddha in the Attic by Julie Atsuka, and that was amazing. And The Swimmers was also amazing. I'm gonna be brief in my description because I think that I'm not supposed to spoil certain things. So we start out with these group of people who often go to this, underground, indoor pool, and they are all from all walks of life. But they are a community of swimmers, and it's so funny, like um, hearing Atsuka like explain, the rules they have amongst one another as swimmers. The things you do and the things you don't do, because the last thing you want to do is cross a swimmer. You know what I mean? It's like we're not family, but we're family, and like you don't want to cross any of us. You don't disrespect the swimmers. And so what happens is this like crack appears in the pool, and it just like freaks out a lot of them. Some of them leave the pool altogether, some go find a new pool, some stick around to see what's going on. Just all this hubbub about these cracks in these pools, and then the pool closes. And then we move into another part of the story, which I feel like I should not mention because I feel like it spoils things for the reader. But
Okay.
just know that this book
So
is
don't spoil
right.
it.
This just know that this book isn't just about people swimming in a pool. There's much more to it, and the way that she handled it, I thought was really beautiful, and I highly
When you say it like
recommend.
that, it's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny when you say it like that. It's not just about a pool.
Well, it's not because you might think that it's just about
I get it.
so just know it's a little deeper than that, and I really enjoyed it. So I highly recommend it. The Swimmers by Julie Otsuka.
I
Julie, will you
swear
be
I
my
have that,
friend?
but Julie, will you be maybe
Look,
ask her
these
again.
short this is a short book. Both the Buddha and this very short, under 200 pages. She really, to me, has like mastered the novella.
I think that it really is a skill to write short form
Yes.
fiction, and some people have it. Like I don't think that you could pay Donna Tartt enough money to write a short story,
Right.
and I don't know if it would be any good
Right.
because she excels in being verbose,
Yes.
and then there's people that are just really good at being like absolutely like economical with their words.
It's
Every word is placed exactly the way it should be placed, and there's no
for
other
sure.
words that should be there.
It's
And
almost like Julie is playing some kind of a mind game with me. It's like her books are so expansive. They feel so big and rich, but it's not a lot of pages. I just think that's a real talent, like a
mhm,
real serious talent. And she has
mhm,
it. I'm very impressed by her. Julie, again, will you be my friend?
mhm.
Okay. All right.
Be her
Be my
friend,
friend.
Julie.
All right.
Anywho,
Anywho, now we can
watch
eat.
Julie's mom.
Huh?
Watch Julie's mom. Julie's mom will come on and say, "Thanks for reviewing my."
Julie, this podcaster wants to be your friend. Yes, I do, Julie.
Still, like I think our greatest achievement.
That was pretty effing awesome, wasn't it, though? I was like,
Mhm.
this is warming my heart.
Getting a comment from an author's
Yes.
parents being like, "Thank you so much for reviewing my
It was so
daughter's book."
endearing. I just,
Also, it makes me think their mother's like really nice
right? Exactly.
because I don't think my parents would
It
do
was the
that.
sweetest moment.
Well, first of all, my parents aren't online, so like they wouldn't do that. But like,
Yeah. Yeah. So,
yeah, anyway,
anyway, this was a great
that's
show.
all we've got.
Yeah, we've got to,
We are starving.
we're starving. I got to get some food, man. So, yeah, we are
Hmm.
TBR Lowdown everywhere. Visit us on our website, TBR Lowdown, for all the things. Join our Patreon, our Discord. All the things are there at tbrlowdown.com. It's going to do it for us.
Bye.